Treasure Island. It's a 2 to 5 player game where it's basically one person against everyone else. That one person gets to play as Long John Silver. You get to hide your treasure, and you have your own secret map that you get to see. No one else does. You got these hiding screens and player screens in front of you. For 2 to 5 players, plays in about 45 minutes to an hour, I'd say. This involves players moving their pieces around the map and trying to find where the treasure is using a series of special actions that they have available to them, including, running, moving, circle diagrams where you can draw a circle either on the inside or the outside of the ring. And depending on that size of the ring, Long John Silver will say, yes, it's inside that circle, or no, it's not. But in addition to the actions that each player gets to take to try to find the treasure, Long John Silver himself will get to essentially slowly give out clues. He's forced to give out a certain number of clues on his side of the board throughout the game. And as the game proceeds, the more and more information gets presented to everybody. Now, everyone is against Long John Silver, but just because you're with the side of everyone doesn't mean that you're working together, really. Yes, you're given a lot of the same information, but you want to make sure that you're picking up more information than the opponents because you want to be the one to win. Only one person will win this game, but Long John Silver either wins if no one finds the treasure from the end of his track that he has to go through with a number of clues regularly coming out, or one of the players ends up moving their piece onto the treasure. Now, Long John Silver, once his track runs out, he also has to go retrieve his treasure and move his piece onto it before another player gets there. It's a really fun, dynamic game where everyone's involved all the time, and you're constantly trying to deduce throughout the game where his treasure could possibly be. Now, I mentioned drawing on the board. Well, this board is one of those I guess like acrylic or whatnot, where you dry erase. So you've got dry erase markers. The board itself is designed for you to draw all over because your movements, your diagrams, the circles, all of that stuff is done right on the board. Additionally, you have your own board that you can write on. That's a smaller version that you can hide with the player screen so that you can kind of try to eliminate where the treasure isn't. And so by doing different tests and different observations of the clues that you're given and the results that other players are given, you're trying to find where it is. Now, what is a little bit special to what other players know. Sometimes you get special information or things like that only Long John Silver gives you in particular. So that's your special bit of knowledge that you can use to your advantage. So you do have to be worried about what other players are, where they're looking, and try to deduce where they think it is. Because if you know that they're exploring somewhere where it's not, keep it to yourself and just continue to go with what you think where it could be. Because it could be anywhere on the map, and that's something that Long John Silver, the player, gets to decide at the beginning of the game. This is a very fun game. It's always got a lot of finger pointing and a lot of, I couldn't believe it was so close and I almost got it, or yada yada. But this is definitely a very fun, very engaging game. I recommend it for anybody. This says it's for ages 10 and up, and I feel like that's about right. You want them to be able to deduce different information presented to them, but essentially it's just a lot of fun for most all ages. So definitely check out Treasure Island. This is by Marc and drawn by Vincent Dutrait. And it's published by Matagot, so check it out, Treasure Island.